up, man? How was that? Yeah. Remember, we talked about high school stories last. Why?
Did you write down some ideas for this one? Because you didn't in the last one. You just handed it off to me.
There was one topic I wanted to talk about, like on a personal level, because like this is my
The
time.
one you already told me about.
Yeah, this is just my time to talk about.
Should we say welcome back to the people? We're just talking. They have like no idea that we're even doing a podcast right now.
What's the name of this one?
Oh, we determined the name now. It's Chirped. It's official. Bro, come on, dude. It's Chirped. It's not taken. It's great. It makes sense. I'm chirping you always, and you
but
take
I feel
the
like
chirp.
it's better. I feel like it's better if we like change the name every time.
I feel like they could get really confusing. I don't think it works like that.
Well, we're here. Welcome back to Chirped.
Where are we? We're in Dallas
This
time.
is cool. And we wanted to also like kind of like change up each podcast and like make it a little bit different. And I feel like this is round. Is this round 2 or what?
Yeah, well, we filmed 2 podcasts in Chicago. I'm still working on the second one, so this might be podcast number 3.
So why is like Dallas, I guess, special to us? Like what kind of connection do we have to Dallas?
I live here.
Nice. Why? What? But like I feel like there is like a story behind why you live here.
It's not snowing and 28 degrees blowing up my asshole.
But when we like
Illinois?
when we started filming, we moved to Dallas, that sort of like.
Yeah. So I want to say that like, the only reason we moved to Dallas is because Rob lived in Dallas and we all just got peer pressure to move to Dallas. That was like, I mean, or is there a different? I guess the idea was like, so when we first started the Guggen Squad, our idea was to have everyone group up and move to a house in Dallas, which was in, I guess we can say it now, it was in Carrollton.
Yeah.
It was in Carrollton, Texas, kind of near Frisco, Plano. And we rented this big house. And I think, I mean, it definitely worked out. I would say it worked out, but there was parts of it
why we
I
moved
wish
here for sure because of Rob. Like
100%. Well, Rob had a kid and a wife.
Yeah. Whenever anybody asked me
different.
like why we moved to Dallas, it was like, oh, one of our partners has like a kid and a wife, and I'm like, I don't understand. I don't understand what that is. So.
And also,
it's the best place for basketball.
Yeah, it's like I would say top 3. You've got, I don't know. I mean, California's got big bass, but it just seems like a terrible place to fish. I would say it comes down to like Florida and Texas. Texas is insane, dude. Yeah. There's a place by my house where a dude caught a 14-pounder on a jerkbait this February. 14-pound bass. You ever even seen a 14-pound bass?
No. But we should definitely not talk about that right now. We have lots to talk about.
Alex hates when we bring up fishing.
I have one topic I really want to talk about. And
do you want to hit are you comfortable doing all the work for this podcast? Yeah. Because I've done all the work for the first one. You got notes for this? Do you want to like pull up a spreadsheet real quick?
It's only been
all your points.
We released that 3 days ago, and I'm already in Dallas filming the next one. So obviously, I have some sort of commitment to this.
Oh yeah, you do.
Yeah,
no doubt, man. I'm super proud of you. By the way, I wanted to say that before you get kicked off.
Yeah, just chill with the harsh vibes there. Like it was just like you came off.
Bro, my vibes are completely in control.
But
nothing but positivity.
John and I were fishing in a sense for a title this week, and we were like, the Tesla drunk one was good.
It's a good story.
It was a good story. Yeah, good story, good title.
True story. But what do you got for us this week?
I figured we should talk about.
I feel like we should just rely on you for titles because only funny shit happens to you. But what do you have for us?
I figured we should talk about like what. How do you word this correctly? The people that. So
ex-best friends.
Yeah. So John and I have been friends for a long time. Before even the situation occurred for me, and I had some guys who used to work for me, and kind of, I don't know, we were friends, we were best friends, and
it all kind of bleeds in.
Yeah, and now like me and those guys aren't friends anymore, so I figured that would be a good. We're not friends anymore. We just don't really. I don't know. We're not on the same level as.
I mean, it's tough. Like, think about it from a business. Like, you could be best friends with your boss at work if you work like a 9 to 5. But like, if you quit, you get fired, or you transfer jobs. Like, generally speaking, I'm just trying to cover your ass right now. By the way.
Yeah, I need some help because like.
Because it makes it seem like you just pushed away someone, but this is how it naturally is. Yeah. It started off as a working relationship, right?
Yeah, I did not know.
You paid this person, and you became friends with this person as the business relationship progressed, and all good things come to an end. And I mean, it's just, I kind of volleyed it for you. I'll let you take it from here, man. This isn't my story to tell.
Is this what you want? Is this cool to talk about this in the I
think it's fine. I mean,
okay.
dude, it's completely up to you.
Okay, cool.
Hit it off there, Jimmy.
Yeah.
Like I said, volleyed right up in the air for you.
It's just so it's been almost, I feel like 10 months now, 9 months.
Wow, you've been keeping track.
Not to sound like a breakup or like I'm keeping track of the days or anything, but like it's been a minute since these guys used to work for me, and I had 3 different dudes who actually.
You were like fucking Steve Jobs running your whole operation.
I was running this.
Did they work above ground or was it like a sweatshop?
Yeah, the Apple of fishing. Yeah. That's me, guys. Hey, how's it going?
Fuck Billy Gates over here. Keep going, almost.
But so I had a dude who was filming for me. I had a dude who was like kind of helping me with the back end stuff, and then I had another YouTuber who was just essentially just making YouTube videos for himself. And the deal with him was I was gonna take a cut of his AdSense for him being around and living in my house, or living actually in my parents' house at the time, because
this is such an interesting dynamic, by the way. I know I keep interrupting you, but this is just fucking crazy because I don't even really have full grasp of the whole dynamic, so I'm listening with bated breath here.
So
keep going. I'm gonna grab a beer.
Yeah, grab.
I need a few for this. You might need a few for this.
Bring it back. Here we go.
Last time we were so conservative with alcohol, we were trying to pretend like we didn't drink that much, but like I'm bringing the whole 6-rack now. Let's just keep that right there.
There was a couple comments about like AA and stuff. It was just like, it was
really?
Funny. Yeah.
Oh come on, guys, that hits home. Don't joke around with that. Keep going. I'm so sorry. Keep interrupting you.
Bring this podcast back here. So my house that I live in currently was like being rebuilt, and I was like trying to move in, and it got delayed because of the village and whatnot. And I ended up living with my parents, and I had my camera guy who was like. The dude who was filming for me, he was taking the deal with him was I was giving him a percentage of the videos, so it wasn't like I was paying him a salary job. I was paying him per video,
right?
Which I think is like
commission, right?
Yeah, commission. Yeah. So the harder you work, the
I didn't even know that until probably like a few months he started working.
I don't know, like that's just how I structured it, and I thought it was cool because I didn't want to take the risk when I was 19 to where like I have to pay you this amount of money, and if I can't afford it, I would be, Anyways, it doesn't really matter.
Right.
So he was working, doing that, and then I had Mav, I guess we're gonna say his name now.
Go ahead. I don't care.
Mav, who was kind of, when he started, I don't really know why I hired him or like what.
I also don't know why either.
The Mav story is like a real.
Not to like again diss him.
Not in a mean way at all. It was just like I hired somebody just to like kind of bring him onto the team.
Right. Yeah.
Like take a little bit of
laundry.
Workload off of myself, and
dishes.
I met Mav, and he started working for me as a summer internship. Like, he just graduated college, and I said, hey, come work for me for 3 months. I'll give you this amount of money for 3 months. I didn't even have a job, essentially, for Mav. I just said, let's try and help me, like, make more money, because I knew some ways that, like, he could focus on that side of the business, and I could do this side of it. And we started off like that, and it was kind of cool, and it was good, and the summer was awesome. It was actually when I hired Mav, that first month was the best I've ever done on YouTube.
Yeah. Didn't you say you came up with some video ideas for you or something?
Yeah. He was super, like, he just thought differently than, like, I thought, which was cool. And the second month was the first, like, that was my best month on YouTube. Yeah. And then August, it was just summer. Summer was so good. That was the best summer I ever had. Mav definitely helped with that. And it was just, I don't know, it was moving good, so I decided to hire Mav full time. Yeah. And then that's when, like, Sobi actually said that he wanted, like, the summer was the first time Sobi said, hey, man, I think I want to do my own thing.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't know, like.
You have to define do your own thing, though.
Like, I think he wanted to make his own YouTube channel.
Okay, right.
Is what he said to me.
Which is kind of an uncomfortable situation.
Yeah, because that's what I was doing. He essentially came up to me.
For anyone, too. I mean. Yeah.
Well, what he did was he came up to me and he's like, hey, we need to have a meeting. I'm like, okay, cool. He's like, but he's like, no, like just me and you at breakfast. I was like, okay, we went. And he told me this long story about how he wanted to, like, his dream was to have his own fishing show. Yeah. And I was like, man, what does that really mean nowadays? Like, what does having a fishing show mean? Like, you don't want to be on ESPN. Like, that is not what you want to do.
Is that what he meant? Like
he wanted to be like Babe Winkleman or I don't know. But he also, like, YouTube, his goal was to make his own YouTube channel. And I was like, I don't know. When you work for somebody, then that's what your goal is, to do what they're doing. Yeah. Like, cool.
Well, I think so I try to put myself, admittedly, I try to put myself in your position throughout all this, because one thing you can say off the bat, it was definitely a sticky situation because, you had created a friendship, and I think naturally you guys both realized he came to the conclusion that if he splits off and does his YouTube videos, it's going to cause a little bit of disruption.
Yeah.
Like, it's not going to be smooth sailing.
No.
You know, because at that point he automatically becomes a competitor. Just that's how it is.
Exactly.
And I mean, I know. Like, I think a lot of people in your shoes would be like, "Oh, well, but wouldn't you support him?" And like, yeah, but as soon as that person, being Sobi, stops working for you, then he is competing for views. He's competing for sponsorships, and it's not like he'd be under that same program as you. Yeah. And again, I wasn't a part of it, but the one thing I thought of is it's just like, how do you even go about that? Like, how do you? There's no plan for that because it's just weird.
And I didn't like in the beginning. I never was
not
like,
in a bad way. It's just weird.
No.
It's
like
just weird
when
as fuck. Like, what do you do? Because you want to be nice.
Yeah, exactly. No, I never wanted to like. I didn't hire Sobi to like start his own YouTube channel. Like,
yeah.
I hired Sobi in the sense that he was gonna come work for me, and then when he like wanted to come compete with me, but when he first told me this, we had a meeting. I was like, dude, you do not want to do this right now. Like, I told him like, hey. YouTube is a lot harder than it seems.
I would hate to fucking be on YouTube right now, like just to start.
Yeah,
right now in 2019, going on 2020, there's no fucking way.
No, it's a lot. I was like, dude, you don't want to do this, and I convinced him not to start the YouTube channel. I was like, dude, just like stick with me for a little bit, and like during that month transition, I was like, I've got to figure out a way to keep him on because I was like doing so well with views and like. Yeah. I don't know. My channel was growing.
Yeah, but he was. But one thing to keep in mind too is he was also growing as well.
Yeah.
Because you had him in that position where if he was growing with the channel. In other words, so if a video did good, then financially he did good, and he was in a ton of the videos too.
Yeah.
You know exactly how many. He was in a fuck ton of videos.
No, it turned into not even my channel. It was like all of us combined, which I was cool with.
And do you think that's why he was pissed? Because he felt like he was doing everything at the point like where he was getting. I don't want to overstep my boundaries, but I think he was getting to his head.
I feel like we just gotta like go to like the end to where I feel like I knew what happened, but like I don't really know what happened because we don't. I mean, we talk a little bit to this day, but we don't talk much.
There's not crazy bad blood.
No, it's not crazy. I just feel sometimes like I don't know. People say stuff on the internet like
for sure, but that's because they don't know, and that's why like I think it's a good time to talk about.
Exactly.
You're clearing the air, Alex. Doing a great job, by the way.
Thanks.
Your mic looks a little loose, though. You're right there.
I've tried to tighten it like 18 times. But
it's okay, man. Just take another sip of beer, and it won't even matter.
Hey.
Keep going. I'm listening. This is good. I'm interested in this.
And no, so he was trying to leave at this point. This was like he worked for me for like 9 months, and he was already trying to start his own thing. I was like, dude, this is kind of early. Like we had this talk, and it was like. We figured we're gonna try this, keep moving forward, and try and figure out a way for him to like.
So after that conversation, you guys were like still.
Yeah, we were cool.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was like, dude, you don't want to do this. I talked him out of it. Essentially, I talked him out of it, and then that's when I had the idea for Frostbite. I had a meeting with one of his contacts at like one of the big ice fishing companies.
Yeah.
And they were not willing to pay us. Like me, Mav, and Sobi, we all had the meeting, and they were not willing to pay us the amount of money I thought I deserved. So I was like, I should just do this myself.
Yeah.
Because I wanted to change this. I wanted to like, I have a bad issue with like authority. You probably know this. I just like kind of don't listen to people.
You got a chip on your shoulder.
Exactly. So I just want to do it myself.
That's a nice way of putting it.
I just want to do it myself. So that's when Frostbite. The reason why Frostbite started was essentially a business to where
I didn't even know that.
That's why. That's why I started the company was because of that and to keep Sobi on board.
Yeah.
Essentially, I was like, yo, I'm gonna give you this. I'm going to give you a percentage in a company. That way you feel like your skin is in the game.
Right.
And we can work on all this together.
Which, in my opinion, seems so fair.
Yeah, that's where I thought. It was
when you give, there's nothing more valuable than equity.
Exactly.
Or you give someone control to like be a part of like a new business, especially with something that has so much potential like Frostbite. Like.
And I felt like we had a decent business plan, and we also had a decent like idea of how to change stuff. Like you always want to make a rod better, you want to make it like I don't know. There were just like so many different avenues I thought I could.
Well, it's what we done with like using baits and shit, you know.
Exactly. But so all this was good and everything was going good, and then I think this is where I screwed up in a sense. Like I don't know, I was getting pretty stressed out with like the money side of Frostbite, and like I didn't ask any of them for money. I funded everything 100%. And like when you're trying to buy all this product and trying to like scale a business, like your cash flow is a big deal. Like you can run out of cash flow if you don't do it correctly. It's just and I'm paying these guys. They're working for this business that I'm funding 100%. And when like somebody doesn't show up to work on a Friday because I don't even know why, like they just don't want to go.
Yeah.
And they essentially own the business. They have this upfront no money.
Yeah.
And they don't, and like what I thought is they don't care about it. Like that's how I perceived it. And that's when like stuff started to get
That's fair.
a little hairy. And then
I see both, like, to play devil's advocate here.
Yeah.
I see both sides of it. I don't really know. I knew Sam Sobey pretty well. I didn't know Mav that well, and I really didn't know Murray at all.
Yeah.
But I think it was like, was weird. You guys were like, from my perspective, again, I don't even know. I don't know. That's just it. Like, I don't fucking know.
You know more than most people.
Yeah,
know.
but what I see is like, it was like, okay, so like, it was almost like throughout the entire ordeal, you guys were comparing apples to oranges. Yeah, go ahead. No, those are for you. Go ahead. There you go. Yep. You hear that?
Yeah.
It's number 3. It's number 3 after dinner. We're not even gonna tell you how much we had during dinner. I'm just kidding. I think you guys were comparing apples to oranges. I think a lot of what the boys were upset about maybe was with the content side of things, and they were missing the fact that there was still a big venture with Frostbite. So whereas like you were not necessarily checked out, but just not necessarily as focused on the videos, and they were still focusing on that. They didn't care. Like, in other words, like you were on Frostbite and they were on videos, and there was like this kind of misdirection. Like,
Yeah.
like whereas like, oh, he's not into the video side of things, so we're just not gonna give a shit about Frostbite. Whereas like, you know, if they're not into the Frostbite side of things, then I'm just gonna cut them off on the videos. So it was almost like, I don't even know how to explain it. I don't even know what you would call that. It was just a weird parallel between the two.
And I also think, like, I don't know, when you have one, I'm not going to single out anybody, but, like, when you have, like, one bad piece of the pie, it tends to, like, affect everybody in the
Right.
pie. So, like, if you have somebody telling you, like, I think my biggest mistake is when I sent them on an ice trip. Like I said, all you guys go and film for my channel because I wanted to stay back and work on Frostbite and make sure it.
Right, but yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is like they might have perceived that from a perspective where it's like, wow, like we're fucking filming a video. But what they didn't maybe realize or they didn't care about necessarily was the fact that you were back still working, but just not the same kind of work that they were doing with the whole videography. I get it. I just think, yeah, it's just weird.
And then I think also,
I'm not trying to say like one was more right than the other. It was just weird. Fuck,
they were
so
like,
weird.
we should, like from their brain, from their perspective, I think they were just like, I should do this myself.
Yeah, exactly.
They thought they don't need me. They should just do it themselves.
Exactly.
And I think, like, I don't know who it was, but I feel like one of them was like, hey, told all of them, hey, we don't need him.
Well, I think, and naturally, and it doesn't even matter the person, the type of person, but like, I think even if I was, I don't know, I just would be like, yeah, you would almost perceive it that way. You'd be like, oh, well, I can fucking do this.
Yeah.
If he's back in Illinois and I'm cranking out Wisconsin, like, this is easy. But what they don't realize is, like 600,000 of subscribers didn't happen because you filmed one video on the ice.
Yeah.
It's a little different than that.
Yeah.
So whereas you can carry one of the fucking, how many uploads? You have 700, 800, 900 uploads.
Who knows at this point?
Good, epic, killer, good job on you. But you have to realize that that whole audience was backed by, you know, almost a decade's worth of work.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
It's good. I feel like now it's good.
Just a big old yeah.
Yeah, exactly. It's done, and like I never made a video about it. I've never talked about it really until now.
Which I think was a good idea. And even talking about it now, like,
it doesn't really serve anybody good, but it's just like,
but it's good.
But
it's an interesting thing to talk about, given the fact that I know you've been talking to Sobey just a little bit. Just like, it's cool. I mean, y'all don't hate each other.
No,
that's
we don't.
The bottom line.
No, I talked to Sobey, and like I felt like when he released his first video, like he did it to get views, and like the way he like said stuff was like not exactly accurate at the time. It's like, whatever, man. The only thing though that pisses me off, I will say this right now, that pisses me off
it's about to get good
is when they'll take like a shot at me or something online, and it's like,
when did they do that? Really?
Yeah, like recently, like they just like say something about Frostbite, like how you know they'll make some inside joke or something about like what the fans will know too, and they do it for publicity. And it's like, really, like you guys have your own audience now. I'm not saying I did everything for you. I didn't do anything. I didn't hit the upload button. You guys made those videos, but I definitely had a big part in growing who you are, and you have the like, not even audacity, but you just want to throw like I haven't said a single thing since the
True.
just.
Yeah.
Go do your
But I
own
think
thing.
that's your
Don't-
job.
Don't bring me back into this.
But I think
you know?
I think it's like your job is to necessarily, because like at the end of the day, it shouldn't really tweak you that much.
Yeah.
Like you've got the channel, you've grown it, you're working on the company. Like almost to make a comment like that would to be backtracking, you know.
True.
But I'm not saying
You
this.
don't have
I'm
to
not.
stick up for me, man. It's just like.
No, I mean you're a fucking pussy. I'm not
Yeah,
sticking up for you.
yeah.
Like you can take the shit, you little fucking nipple hair. That's what you are. You're a little thick nipple hair. Anyway, no. But what I'm trying to say, is talking about this is not in my opinion backtracking.
Yeah.
It's just addressing something that shouldn't like. But I think addressing it so later after the fact just goes to show that you don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
It's just kind of it's an interesting topic to talk about.
Exactly,
It's
and
a
that's why we're
podcast.
doing this. Like, it's
Right.
Like,
It's not like one of those cliche YouTube videos like, hey guys, we need like you didn't title the video like we need to talk. Like imagine that, and then you talk about this.
I've done some of those before, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've done some of those. So
I've as well.
but no, I felt like
is that your phone or if
that
it's
is-
Alex's? I'm gonna literally fucking rip his esophagus out. That's
jeez.
yours. You're such a shit fuck. I even told you. I fucking told you. Oh, nice. Can I read these out loud? Come on. These texts are juicy. Who would have thought, man? I'm not gonna say who it is, but these are the texts that just landed in Alex's phone. These texts landed in hot on Alex's phone. First one, hi with 3 eyes, which means, I mean, you know what that means. Hi, hope you're having fun, and it's a fucking party face. Nice. Then the second one is call me later if you have time. Believe me, he's got time. then the next one is drunk or not, smiley face. So you're allowed to call this person whether you be drunk or not. Good thing you're drunk. Then the last one, this is 4 texts, boom, 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 right in a row. It's fucking semi-automatic iMessage going on over here. The last one is, I'm gonna lay down though, and then 2 sleepy emojis. Fuck, this is good, dude. Oh man, we should switch phones for a day. I would love to just go to town on these texts. Fuck me. Oh my god.
I'm
Sorry
glad-
guys, I gotta wash my eyes in isopropyl alcohol real quick after watching that shit.
I'm glad we discussed that because that was really my topic for this. Like I thought
Yeah.
I didn't do a good job on the first one of like
Yeah.
bringing topics, so I thought
No, that was fucking juicy, man.
Yeah.
That was definitely like medium rare going on rare.
nice.
I would send that shit back because it's 200. I'd be like, wow, that shit's
Yeah,
juicy. Yo, take it easy with your fucking mic, man.
Yo, I'm all flustered. Yo, that shit is too hot to be talking about on this podcast. But
That's
hey,
good though.
What
I can't top that shit.
Do you have anything to talk like?
No, I haven't fired my cameraman yet, so maybe in the next podcast. He's over here sweating beads.
hey,
He's
I
like,
didn't-
fuck.
I didn't fire. I didn't fire
By
anybody.
the way, we haven't even said my camera. Well, we haven't even said to the camera.
Yeah, don't
we got someone
say
sitting on
Alex.
this.
Say Alex.
Yeah,
Don't
we
say
got-
cameraman. This guy's a
Yeah, I'm sorry. He's got a name.
chotch, man.
Hey, camera guy. No, I'm so sorry. We actually have Alex Blackwell sitting on this one because, fuck, we're idiots. Oh, by the way, are we still recording? Did you like both audio and? You're good. Okay, sweet. This has been such a huge help. You have no idea. When we filmed the first podcast, fucking the mic went out and then the camera went
You
out.
didn't even put anything to like symbolize. So like
Just
there
your
was
face? No, just put your face.
There was some comments that were like, "What happened to the like?" You should have put like.
It's
Alex.
fine. I just faded to black. It's fine. I saw maybe one comment.
People were like, "What happened in this?"
No, they
podcast?"
knew. They know we're fucking dumb. They were like, "Oh, we know what happened." Anyway, I brought Alex, my camera dude, to come and help us out because we're just too fucking incompetent to do this ourselves.
We need somebody to make sure the camera's on and the.
We're like zoo bred. We're like zoo raised orangutans. We're not even like from the wild. We're like born in captivity, completely fucking oblivious.
We just can't do anything.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty brutal.
Yeah.
Anyway, man, I can't top that shit. Honestly, that was fucking lit.
Was it though?
No, it was.
It was
No,
just,
I'm
like,
serious.
talking about that drama,
Because
you know?
the thing is, I haven't really heard you talk about that ever.
Yeah. No.
I've only heard it through the grapevine.
Oh, whoa, jeez, man, you
No, I'm
got a
just kidding.
script over there. What's going? No, I'm saying like.
Alex, did you hear the story I talked about when you thought I was actually singing in Japanese in the last part? That's funny. I wish you were there for that when I was telling it because it was fucking hilarious. So I don't know if you guys know this or not, but I ran over my girlfriend's parents' fence that was constructed in the early 1800s with my boat trailer one time.
It's a good story.
That's it. That's pretty much the story. I'm just kind of spitballing here.
But you have to emphasize they're like 1800s, so like.
So basically my girlfriend's parents lived in okay, let me Let me start over. My girlfriend's parents live.
You have to be very careful on how you.
I know,
word this.
right?
Like,
Yeah.
just have another one of those.
Yeah,
Just be very careful.
Well, dude, thinking about this makes me want to drink because it was the most stressful fucking moment. You have no idea. Have you ever done that? Have you ever fucked up like a girlfriend's parent? Like it's like
I've never done something.
it's
like
just
that.
it's such a
fuck up
uncomfortable.
so much shit,
I
it's just like-
fucking suck, man. I can't drive without like. And the thing is, I never wreck my car. It's always something that's attached to my car, Like my last podcast, I talked about how I ripped the rod holder off. I never actually fucked up a car. I've never really fucked up a car. I just fuck up the accessories, the kayaks, the rod holder, the trailer. Fuck, man. Basically, I'll make this one short for you guys, but it was the closest I ever felt like to hell or heaven, whichever. And I was so fucking scared. I was coming home from Uncharted, which is like this. It's like this mystery tackle box catch co shoot that I keep fucking signing up to do for some stupid reason. It is a chore to do those.
It's 3 days of filming, fishing. It's fun, but it's like
It's
hard
fun, but
work.
it's
you
fun.
don't get sleep.
Yeah.
You work like
You're not doing your own video, in other words.
Yeah.
You're on someone else's schedule, and you're filming usually with some people you don't get to film with that much. So the chemistry is kind of not hard to figure out, but you have to get in the rhythm. Like usually you film with people like I film with people like last time I filmed with Lawson and Norm, and I've never met Norm before, and Lawson I don't see that
I feel
often.
like that was like 3 Uncharted before. Last time you.
Yeah, well, I was just giving. Well, the last one was with Juan.
You don't like Norm or
I
what?
almost said Jose. Is that fucked up? Juan. I'm so sorry, Juan. What'd you say? What?
You don't like Buddy or what?
Norm?
Yeah, Norm.
I like Norm.
I feel like you singled him out there.
Why?
I don't know. I just feel like
Because I said it. I emphasized his name.
No, because
Are you singling him out?
No, because you said the last Uncharted, and that was not the last Uncharted.
Okay. Well, the last Uncharted. I was just saying that
your-
because I was just.
Get your
Can I
fucking
fucking
facts
tell the
right,
story, dude?
Just get your facts right.
The reason why I used Norm, I singled Norm out is because I'd never fucking met the kid before. And when I went to go pick him at the airport, first thing he says to me is like, wow, that was sick. And I'm like, what? He's like, that plane ride. I'm like, yeah, man, it's dope. He's like, no, you don't understand. That was the first time I've ever been on a plane. I was like, wow, dude, this is going to be interesting. Like, fuck, man. You and me, we're going to get along just perfectly. And then that night, we proceeded to raid Perrick's fridge and drank all of his fucking White Claws. And he's never gotten drunk before, too. That was the first time he's been on a plane and gotten drunk, and I was there for both those experiences. And I never met the kid before. Shout out to Norm.
Continue.
Anyway, back to where I destroyed the living shit out of a fucking Civil War fence. It wasn't actually a Civil War fence, but basically what happened was I was coming back from Uncharted.
It basically was, but yeah.
Yeah, whatever. Fuck. Yeah, Paul Revere humped this fence back in the fucking early 1700s. No, I don't know. We were coming back from Uncharted. I had just dropped off all the boys, that being SB Fishing, Matt Streichel, Juan, and Wesley Davis. Wesley films for Fish Media and is an absolute
Dude sucks, but yeah.
fucking goon. The guy
Yeah,
blows.
he's
Really
awesome.
trash.
God, I hate that guy.
No, I'm just kidding. He's awesome. It was Uncharted. It was super late. I was pulling the full-size boat, my fucking 19.8 low, and I didn't cut the corner at all on this turn coming into my girlfriend's parents' house, and they've got this really nice fence, and the whole mile, I was there for like 2 months. I was in Massachusetts for 2 months, kind of staying on and off at their place. And the whole time, just like, please don't fucking break anything. Like, don't back up into like any cars or don't hit this barn that they've got. Just fucking don't do anything stupid, John. Because I know you, like, in my head, I'm thinking to myself, like, I know you do stupid shit. Just don't fucking do it. And for some reason, I decided to do stupid shit that night. I was taking a turn in with the trailer, and they've got a really tight driveway. And like, there's like different levels of hitting shit. Like, you can clip something, you can kind of nick it, or you could just fucking literally run it right the fuck over. And that's exactly what I did. Dude, the wheel went on top of the fence.
Oh yeah.
Like it was like a ramp almost. Yeah, I took out the whole fence. And it was like from like one of the older original builds of the house.
Columbus built the fence. Yeah. We
No. We said no. It was Paul Revere.
Yeah, Paul. Yeah, he was humping
Were
the
you
fence.
fucking
and built
listening?
it.
Yeah, no.
got that. But so like, you walked in the house and go, I fucked your fence. Or
Oh
like,
no,
how
I
did
didn't
that
walk
go?
in the house. I was fucking dead in my tracks, and I called my girlfriend, and I was like, what did I say? I was like, no, I knocked the fence down. I think I said, I think I knocked them. No, I said I knocked the fence down, and I was so fucking stressed. I was white in the face. I couldn't even go in there. I was like, there's no way. What am I? Because I'd been gone for like a week. I'd been gone for like 4 days from this Uncharted thing. And the first thing I do when I pull into that fucking driveway to my girlfriend's parents' place is I knock their fucking fence down. Hey guys, I'm back. What's up? Remember me? You know, I'm bumming a bedroom in your guys' place, free rent. Yeah, I'm just gonna fuck your fence up real quick. What am I supposed to say, dude? Literally so embarrassed. So fucking embarrassed. And
So what happened?
I have a ton of respect for their parents too.
Yeah, we know. Yeah, so what happened? Like,
So what my point is, like, if I didn't give a shit, I would just walked in and be like, yeah, I fucked it up. But I actually really like their parents, obviously. So I called her and she it's pitch black. It's dark. It's like 12 a.m. She comes out and she's like, she was no help at all. She was like, oh. Not like, it's going to be okay. Like, ooh, like, no, don't fucking say that. Like, it's not cool. And I ripped the post out of the ground. That's what I did. I ripped the entire post out. I don't even know how the fuck I did it. Of course, the boat was fine. Boat's fine. Boat's like, nah, I'm fine. That's how I imagine the boat. The boat's just being like, yeah, fuck the fence, you know? Boat's good. Fence, though, murked, done, KO. And I think she was like, okay. She walks away, and then she's like, I'm going to go get my dad. I'm like, do you have to do this? Do you have to get your dad? Can we just put it up? Meanwhile, she's looking at it, and I'm like trying to I picked up the fence. I'm like trying to stick it back in the fucking. Oh, I look like a dipshit. I look like a fucking caveman trying to light a match. And he comes out.
I wish we have video of you trying to put the fence.
Oh, I should have. Fuck! It was so uncomfortable. I was like, oh my god, I didn't. And it wasn't it was more of a principle thing. Could I afford a new fence? Sure. Could I have fixed it? Probably not. I'm shit with hardware, but I would have tried. But it was just a principle thing. It's like I said, I've been gone for this whole time. I knocked the thing down. So she goes to get her dad, and he comes out, and I'm like, he's a nice guy, obviously, but I'm just like, oh fuck. He was so chill. He was like, I was getting ready to knock that thing down anyway. But what's funny is, so he was really cool about it. That's the punchline basically. But the next morning, I wake up in, of course, my girlfriend's parents' house, and I go downstairs to grab breakfast, and he's like, hey, what's going on, Crash? It's the first thing he says to me. And I'm like, okay, there we go. That's what I deserve. But anyway, fucked up, man. So fucked up.
What's going on, Crash?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
You ever done that? Little
factor.
What?
1600 for Columbus. It was 1492.
Was it really? You didn't. Don't look at me like you knew that. You fucking dipshit. Yeah. Alex just fucking history checks me, which, by the way, is fine. But then Peric, my camera dude, and then you look at me, you're like, yeah. Shut the fuck up. Don't even try.
I just want to know more stories about you, destroying your girlfriend's parents'
house. That's all I got. That's all you get, Alex.
Honestly, that scene right there belongs in a movie.
There's no actor out there. Christian Bale, Leonardo DiCaprio, no one could channel the kind of energy I had that day. It was just so fucking frightening. You couldn't. I was white in the face, man. I was like, okay, I'm done for.
I'm trying to think of stupid stuff.
Stupid shit you did? Yeah, really? Don't think that hard. I'm sure you could. You want to dig deep.
I got a good story.
Yeah, let's hear it.
I'm gonna embarrass myself, but I don't give a
nice.
Fuck, so whatever. So I was in high school. Honestly, yeah, no. I was in high school. This was my senior year. I was graduating, and I was at a graduation party. You remember graduation parties?
No, I don't remember any of them.
Yeah, I know. So when you were 18 at a graduation party, you tended to drink, and this is when I really let loose. When I decided to go full hardcore into, I'm gonna become an alcoholic, and I'm just gonna drink this was
your Neil Armstrong moment. You're fucking.
I thought I could drink anything. I thought I could just be invincible.
One large leap for alcoholism.
So,
one small step.
I'm with my girlfriend, and we're drinking. And anyways, I ended up staying at her house. And I don't know, her parent or her mom was very cool with me staying at her house, which was different in high school.
Definitely
different. But anyways, it was cool. And I remember waking up in the middle of the night and I actually don't remember waking up, but I woke up and threw up all over her bed, my girlfriend's bed. Just woke up and violently vomited all over her bed.
Oh, nice.
And she looks at me, starts screaming, gets up and gets her mom right away.
Why? What? How is that your first instinct? Hey, I see you're completely fucking trashed. What the fuck?
So I just immediately, I'm like,
sober up, Alex. Sober up. Here comes the mom. Sheets are covered in vomit. Sheets are covered in fucking tacos or whatever you ate that night.
I'm like, my mom didn't even know I drank at this point.
Oh, and come on, seriously?
I'm like, I am so sorry. This is so.
Wait, your mom didn't know you drank?
I don't know. My mom is like when I was
senior though.
I mean, I didn't drink that much. I wasn't like you, buddy. I
Wow.
wasn't like you, dude. I was like
Sorry, Julie.
responsible. Like,
Sorry
kind
about
of, but
this.
no, as I'm telling you a story,
Earth
I
shattering.
threw up in her.
Anyway, keep going.
So I threw up just everywhere, and it was just like she came in and we had like switched the sheets. It was the most awkward. Like
You're still fucked up, right? Like
Yeah,
you're
yeah,
still
yeah,
really
yeah.
shitty.
Yeah. I
Nice.
was
So
shitty as fuck.
you're just this drunk little monkey sitting in the corner
I'm
watching
in
her
high
mom
school. I'm in high school. Yeah.
do the sheets. What'd you say?
I'm sorry. After that point, though, it was like, what else could I do? It's like I could never
Nice.
be this low in my life. Like I've just hit rock bottom here with this relationship. I might as well just like. Her mom's never gonna see me at this point.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
What's going on? What's happening? Huh? I'm sorry. I don't feel so good.
You shut the fuck up, dude. Shut the like. So I'm really happy. I'm really happy that that was your reaction because so.
I've actually heard this story before. You told me this, but it was good to hear it again.
Okay.
And you tell it to like tens of thousands of people.
What I was gonna say. My
I don't feel so
Shut the fuck up. So last night we get a call or we get a text. We get a group text, which was pretty cool. It was from Ross, who.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. What does that mean?
Just keep going with the story. That's all it means.
So Ross owns. He is the owner of Catchco, which owns Mystery Tackle Box. He's like a I don't know, big supporter in us, I would say.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, he tells me a story about this one time that. You want to tell it or you want me?
I don't know where you're going with this. What do you?
You remember the last Bassmasters Classic?
I don't.
You don't. Yeah.
I
You and Ross were at a
don't.
bar. Something happened where something came out of your mouth and it might have landed up on Ross.
No, you threw up on
No,
him.
that was you.
I didn't throw up on Ross. I'm pretty sure.
I thought it was me.
No.
I thought it was me. I was like, wait, I threw up.
Well,
on
no,
you.
he said you threw up. So who was he talking to? Was he talking to me? I think he was talking to you. Oh.
Puking on me at the Classic was a thing too. Jesus. I don't think I was.
When did I puke on
did.
Ross?
You probably don't remember, but I do. LOL. No, John.
Yeah, you're right.
You puked on the dude, the CEO of MTB, who's like our biggest like partnership. You ended up throwing up on him. So shut the fuck up about like my story was good, but you also threw up. Like we're in business with this guy. Like a relationship is one thing.
Yeah, but I didn't
like,
ask him to change my sheets. I don't know. I just said, "Hey, sorry," and I walked away. I don't remember that
Yeah, but
at
you
all.
could always change your sheets if you throw up on his suit. You like
That'd be a pretty good title. Throwing up on the CEO of. But I feel like that there's more to the story that I don't know. Were you even there? You didn't know about this.
I was there. I don't remember you throwing
You
up on
don't.
him. I was there.
Yeah, no. I want to fact check this. Honestly, I don't think this is.
I feel like we need.
I'm a little sloppy, but that's borderline.
You agreed with it last night in the group chat, so.
Well, I thought it was you. I thought it was.
I literally clarified it because I thought it was.
I
me
wasn't
too.
paying attention. I was driving. I was reading
Yeah.
these texts.
Driving and texting, nice man.
Okay. Well, fuck me, right? I throw up on my business associates, and I text and I drive. What else do I do, Alex? That bothers you? Huh? Can you change the sheets, please? Shut the fuck up. Honestly, we should keep the video rolling for the fights that we have after these fucking podcasts. Honestly, we just put on mitts and we just duke it out. We just fuck each other up. Mostly, I fuck you up.
Yeah. Okay. True. So,
Are you okay?
yeah.
You looked at me like, whoa.
Are
like,
you okay?
Like you just came back down to earth. Like you were just up there for a little bit, then you just came back down.
It's light. I feel like
You were like, whoa, we still here?
I feel like I'm looking into the sun right now. It's just like too much.
Do you do that often? Probably shouldn't. It's not good for you. It's funny how you drink like a few beers on the podcast and you slowly start to lose
It's bad. Man.
sense of reality. Anyway, you want to throw a nice little fat cherry on this podcast? Talk about one more little topic and then we wrap it up. And
Yeah,
send
you
the
have a
people on their
list.
way.
What's going on there?
Dude, I told you, stacked. The one I want to talk about in the next podcast, which I'll kind of tease the audience with, is I want to talk about the one time that I had to deal with quite possibly one of the worst human beings I've ever encountered in my entire life. That being that guide in New York. And I want to talk. I never have ever.
That's so good.
I've never
We should
talked-
Definitely talk about that.
We could do a podcast tomorrow and talk about that. I think that's a great story because I've never talked about that in depth.
Yeah.
That was the most uncomfortable. It was honestly one of the lowest, like, professional moments in my entire life.
When you look about it now, you were kind of Like,
Dude, I was super torn.
yeah.
Like it wasn't like
Yeah.
I wasn't like out the gate like fuck this guy. Like I was super, I don't know. But
You
again,
were like-
I'll save it.
Yeah.
I'll save it. It was weird.
We do need to like make sure that we talk about like.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's what I was
Yeah,
thinking.
same. Like the comments. I feel like we should like.
Okay,
always
pull
be-
up some comments.
Yeah.
One than that. Like pull up a good comment and we'll like answer that question briefly.
So
or
like the best way to watch.
which, by the way,
this
guys, we
on
really
YouTube.
appreciate all the viewership. We didn't think it would get that much love, but you guys seemed to really like the.
It got like it was.
People were
pretty
tripping.
bad the first one, or like the first day, and it's just picked up. All these comments are just so positive. It's like we gotta go find some.
No, we're not looking for a negative comment. What are you doing?
I'm
What is
looking
what is on this negative comment shit? Here he goes again. I'm gonna go sing all the mean
I'm
people.
just trying to find
So mean.
like
I just don't like when people are so mean to me in the comments.
Yo, we need to put this on Tunnel.
What's tunnel?
I don't know, some #1 podcast app, I guess. They love how, like, I'm just reading these comments right now. They love how like raw you are. They love when you say fuck.
They love when we swear. They think
They
it's
love it. They
fucking
love
so
it.
funny. But that's one hard thing for me to not do in my videos is swear. It's such a bad habit, I'll admit, but I love it. I fucking love swearing.
You
Just get all in
guys,
my
need
system.
to be mic'd up, especially with AP's inability to sit still.
Yeah, dude, you were fucking twitchy as shit in the last one.
That's
Or
what's
not
so
the last one, but the
That's what's so good about
first
it.
one. Well,
Anyways, if you guys want to ask us questions or
okay, yeah, true. Leave a little gateway to that.
yeah, it's just like so we can answer.
We should do that. We should make it a theme. At the end point of every podcast, we'll pick some good comments.
We'll answer the top 3 ones.
Yeah. We'll answer like any question, any question within like legitimate reason.
People are man. I didn't read all these. Like, there's been so many good comments about this. They love you, Raw. That's pretty much it.
Yeah, raw. That sounds kind of sexual. I'm not
It
gonna
does,
lie.
it
It's a
does.
little like,
How's your sex life going?
oh, just in time.
Oh.
Nice. What happened?
It just says some update could not be installed. We don't care about that. One or more files are actively processing jobs. Please cancel these jobs. Okay. Give it a test.
Test. One,
Test.
two.
All right, cool. You guys are both good.
Is it still recording?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right, I'll wrap it up.
I thought for sure we were just.
You want to wrap it up? Can
I
I
feel
have that
like,
gummy? Where's that gummy at?
no, fuck you. I'm saving that for tomorrow.
Come on. No, give me the gummy. Give me the gummy. Where's it at? I'm gonna take the gummy and then wrap it up.
No, yo, fuck you. You don't.
Alex, where's it at? Alex, just give it to me. Give it to me. Give it to me. Don't try me. Well, sick, dude. You brought your arm out, but no fucking GoPro. You're a real fucking cheap queef. You know that? You're a real fucking cheap queef. Look at you. What is that?
I did bring
Oh, you did bring your GoPro. But did you even know? You had no idea. You're fucking.
I don't.
How much is the?
I don't have. My only obligation is I have to film that video on the 12th, so I'm doing good.
Why does it have to be on the 12th? Are you going somewhere?
No. Between the 12th and the 14th is when Eli said I have to post it.
Wait, what?
There's like, what he, yeah, 14th, 17th. He just got some dates you have to post the MTV video by.
It's delicious.
Yeah, it's so good.
Anyway, I just took a line of heroin. Can you do that? Can you get a line of heroin?
I don't know. I've never done heroin before.
No, neither got it.
Yeah.
Anyway, well, guys, that's my empty one. Well, guys, I think this is probably where we're gonna wrap up this. This was a healthy dose of John P and AP Basson. We got to talk. Did I say John P?
Yeah.
It was a cross between AP and John.
You just need to like end it. You just suck, man.
Now that you're getting a little anxious, I might just maybe I want to talk about something else. No, I'm just kidding. Thank you guys so much for watching yet another episode of Chirped. It's called Chirped. Not offline. Not offline. Not Crustcast.
Never stop talking.
None of that bullshit. But we appreciate you guys watching. Again, drop some comments down below. Ask us some questions, and we will answer it on the next podcast. Appreciate the view and appreciate the listen. Fuck me. Appreciate the view and appreciate the listen.
Peace out.
We're peacing out, and we'll catch you guys later. Say goodbye, Alex.
Bye, guys. See you later. Take care, dude. Thanks for watching. My name's Alex. Well,
Oh, wait. Alex, your voice got deep.
You know what we didn't fucking talk about, which pisses
I thought
me
we
off?
were
We
ending
didn't
the
fucking
podcast.
talk about this during this, like, so the beginning.
We're done. No, that's it.
No,
See
no,
ya.
stop.
Thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate the view,
No,
and be sure to
no, no,
subscribe
this is
and
good.
check out the podcast and the Spotify link down below. Take care.